right, let's get started. Today we're continuing Blueprints. It's been several days since we've played last, which is great. Give it a little bit of a rest because we went very hard on it for a while. But there is still more to do. Last time, what did we do last time? Oh my god, I can't even remember. We did a lot of stuff last time. I think last time we focused on learning about... We did focus on learning about the realms, which was good. I drafted 8 classrooms, and that got us some really interesting information, particularly around vocabulary, Arajan vocabulary. So I'm gonna have to keep an eye out for things that seem like they might be relating to that vocabulary system, and what that might represent in game, or where those might come into play. That's going to be a whole thing. Like, yeah, just... that's going to be a whole thing. We also checked out a book called A New Clue for the first time, and this was a just treasure trove of cryptic information. The main thing that seemed interesting from it was that we got from it right away was buried beside West Bridge. That was a clue that we gained from that, and that got us our second piece of the microchips for the Blackbridge grotto. There's some more stuff that I'm considering. I think in potentially there's blue book, green book, violet book, red book, and it seems like in those books there might be clues if we look on the right page and word. So I don't know, we're gonna have to check those out. I don't know what the green book is. I know the blue book is probably the Swimbird book, because the red book is obviously Red Prince, the violet book is A New Clue, the blue book is probably Swimbird. I don't know what the green book is, but that could be me misunderstanding those. But there was so much in A New Clue that I don't even know where I'm going to start with that. What else did we do? There's a lot that we want to do still. I know last time we did solve another realm sanctum key room. I think we solved the Fen Ares one the first day. We solved the Arinda Ares one last time. We also opened up another one, so I think we have 5 now. I don't know. I think we have 5 sanctum rooms open, but only 2 are solved. So that's going to be something we continue working on. And then we have a lot else to do. So things to do besides the main goals of we need to solve more sanctum rooms and open more safes. Those are my primary goals. Here are other things I want to do. I want to connect the boiler room to all possible other rooms. The only one left, I think, is the laundry room. I want to fully thaw the freezer. We've partially thawed the freezer by drafting the furnace close enough. I want to fully thaw it, which I think means just drafting them really close. I need to light the candles in the tomb, so that means I need to draft the tomb and make the contraption on the same day, which that's going to be rough because the tomb is so uncommon. I need to break the brick wall in the greenhouse. We need to draft 8 mechanical rooms and have the last one be the mechanarium. I need to draft 8 classrooms plus the bonus one. I need to actually draft 9 classrooms. I need to figure out how to light the final flame on the outside terrace. I still have big question marks around chess pieces, the foyer statues, Who knows there? And birds, question mark. I need to draft the tomb and cross the reservoir. This is one thing. So we drained the reservoir last time and solved the puzzle at the bottom by brute force, just a million keys, and found both the allowance tokens and the sanctum key under the reservoir. So now the reservoir is mostly filled again, but I drained it one notch, which I think is enough that I can boat across now. So I need to look at that. At some point, I need to lower the water level like halfway to see if I can boat down the frickin' tunnel that's in there, but I don't know how the reservoir and the boat really works. I also need to go to the clock tower at 1:30. That seems like it will have something. And then I was just thinking about this. I need to... Where did it go? All right, find green book. Oh, I remember what it was. I need to get archives key, file key from patio. Open the file cabinet. There's also potentially or laundry, question mark. There's also potentially a file key in the laundry room. So I need to figure that out, if there's 2 keys, 2 file cabinets, or if it's like a multi-part puzzle. But we did discover that there's a filing room cabinet key buried in the patio, and I just didn't get the archives at the same time. So those are all my things on my thought process. Let's continue. It is day 61 in game. Let's continue and see how we can do tonight. Sorry about the LaCroix opening. So we're working on puzzles way beyond getting to room 46 at this point. Okay, day 61. We have like 20 something allowance. We're starting off with a key, which is great. 34 allowance. Okay, 34 allowance. That's amazing. We have no blessing active right now. For the outside room, if we find the tomb, we're doing the tomb, like we're windmill slamming that. If we don't find the tomb, we'll have to figure something else out. Okay. Let's do a shrine. We don't have an active blessing, so let's do a shrine. Let's just put in a whole bunch. Let's do like 14. Blessing of the Monk. If you call it a day in a room in your house, you'll have the opportunity to draft that room from the grounds the following day. Okay. I don't think we've ever gotten that one. I think that means we can literally turn this into... Yeah, so we can pick a room to draft there, I think, is what that's telling me. If we call it a day, which that's very interesting. All right, let's start drafting. Closet, dark room, or utility closet? I'll start with a closet. Gem and sleeping mask. Not the world's greatest, but hey, we like gems. Hallway, pantry, den. Den, I suppose. There's a locked trunk in here, too. We'll go ahead and use our key. Gems. There's usually no shortage of opportunities to get keys pretty early. Storeroom, parlor, or solarium. You're more likely to draw rare and unusual and rare rooms while drafting, huh? We'll go ahead and do that. Good corner piece. All I have is the sleeping mask, nothing else. And there's nothing else here but a dig spot I can't use right now. That's a little unfortunate. But okay, bedroom, library, conference room. I'm gonna do conference room here. As much as I'd like the library right now so I can read more, I do want to give myself multiple paths up. And right now I only have one because I drafted that dead end. Okay. Parlor, mechanarium, or commissary. We'll do commissary here. This is why I wanted to do the conference room. Okay, commissary. What do we have? Okay, we can do shovel and sledgehammer. Yeah. We'll do salt shaker too. Give me all of it. I don't want the compass though. Compass can get fucked. Let's actually go back and dig up this spot here. Coin. Alright, we need doors right now. Good news is I have 3 gems. Hallway will do it. That'll give me a couple doors. I don't have... Oh, I do have a sledgehammer now. Coins. Okay. I was hoping for a key, but I will take that. Boudoir, pantry, or kitchen? 2 of 5 is someone who's untrustworthy. Someone who doesn't... I'm not... Doesn't drink coffee or say fuck. There you go. True. We'll do pantry here. I do want to... One thing I want to be doing a little bit more than I am is paying attention to decor. But... dining room, gallery, or attic. I can't, in good conscience, do the attic there. So we'll do dining room. This gives me doors to the side and to the front. The lunchbox will get me some bonus steps at rank 5. So that's good. Let's go west first. Chapel, breakfast nook, casino. As much as I want to do the casino, this gives me the best doors. This gives me a key. We'll go ahead and do the chapel, I guess. It does give me the best doors. Gives me 2 doors. So I can go back down south, fill in some rooms. Room, billiard room will get me keys. Locksmith will get me keys for sale, though. Do billiard room. This will get me a key. Yeah, are there anything on the labels that'll be interesting there? I don't know. Alright, math time. 13. 3 squared is 9. 4 squared is 16 plus 1 is 17. Oh, hang on, sorry. Order of operations, yeah, in to out. So 16 divided by 8 is 2, plus 1 is 3. Right? 4 squared is 16. Divided by 8. 16 divided by 8 is 2. Oh, I wonder if you do the square every time, huh? Plus 1 is 9, or plus 1 is 3. Squared is 9, minus 8 is 1. Yeah, you do it every time. Okay. 1 squared is 1. Plus 4 is 5. Squared is 25. Minus 15 is 10. Got it. 1 squared is 1. Plus 2 is... I'd probably do all of those together, huh? 1 plus 2 plus 3 is 6. Squared is 36. Minus 20 is 16. Divided by 8 is 2. Plus 1 is 3. No? That wasn't right. 16 divided by 8 is 2. Plus 1 is 3. Squared is 9. 1. Okay. 1 squared. Plus 4 is 5 squared. So this is 10 again. So this could be... If I do it after every single one of these, or do I do it after each step of adding? 1 squared is 1. Plus 2 is 3. Squared is 9. Plus 3 is 12 squared. That's 144. That's getting way too high. So, like, there's nothing that could really do that here. So, I think this is 1 plus 2 plus 3 is 6 squared is 36. Minus 20 is 16. Divided by 8 is 2. Plus 1 is 3. No, somehow that's not what it wants me to do. I did that one wrong. Okay, 13. 9. 16 divided by 8 is 2. Plus 1 is 3. 1, yeah, this is 1. 15 is 10. Oh, I square again at the end. I'm forgetting to square again at the end. So 6 squared is 36, minus 20 is 16, divided by 8 is 2, plus 1 is 3, squared again is 9. That's what it is. We square it each time. Silver key. Okay. West Wing Hall is perfect here. Let's go south, fill in this corner if we can. Parlor, freezer, laboratory. Okay, either way it's going to be kind of a dead end, so we'll do laboratory. Check for a random item sitting around. I don't see anything. And we'll run a house experiment. Experiment setup. Gain 3 gold. Set your dice to 2. Permanently add a gold to your allowance. You do have a shovel. Yeah. Love that. Okay, then we'll go to the network. And we will... update security settings, I think. We'll update security settings. Yep. That way we can reduce the likelihood of hitting keycard doors. Offline mode unlocked in case we get the breaker room. Okay, dead end here. I think storeroom is just what we need. We get a regular key by just doing storeroom here. That's what we need right now. Okay, so we still have our path up the hallway on the right side. A swing hall gets us through. Nothing else gets us through, but a garage gets us keys. To the garage. I don't have the car keys. That gets us a lot of keys. And we have other paths up. I'm not too concerned. Okay. I don't see any dig spots. Every now and then there's a dig spot in here. I'm curious if this is the spot, this laboratory, this is the spot that was marked, like X marks the spot on the map. On the map of... Go out through the dining room, go this way. Where the barren ground is. Makes me think there's going to be something there. Library goes back down. Gymnasium goes down and across. I have to take the gymnasium here. Also, I realize... Oh, running shoes. Never looked at this. Yeah, okay, so that... They say Hoople Sports. Interesting. I realized I never read what the basketballs actually said. Okay, oh, drawing room is actually pretty nice there. Gets me down, down to that other area, and lets me draft more uncommon, lets me change my room drafting out of here. Okay. Let's go down. Library is good. Gallery gets me some gems. Veranda would be great, but I don't have the 2 gems, so we'll do gallery here. Yeah. The key 8. 2 gems. Workshop, freezer, maid's chambers. We'll do workshop, even though it's a dead end. There's a couple good things we could do. Oh, nice. First of all, it usually comes with something like that. I don't have a battery pack, though. So I can't... I don't like the metal detector shovel. I think that's the dowsing rod. Wait, hang on. No, that's the detector shovel. I can assemble that. Have I already done this one? Yeah, I have. Greater chance of finding coins and things, and much greater chance of finding them when digging. Okay, that's good. That's good. What I want is a power hammer and a greenhouse. We've already done security, so I don't think we need that. We can do... Let's do a redraw. We get a free redraw here. We have a greenhouse. Okay, so we're going to do this. If... Key, nice. If I happen to get a... Your allowance has been raised. Nice. Key. If I happen to get a battery pack and a handle... We now have a greenhouse, so we can smash through this wall here and see what's going on there. That is my new goal. We have to go through the chapel and go north. Tunnel goes straight to the foundation. Courtyard does not, but it does get me both directions. So I could come back to the foundation. We'll do that. There's a broken lever. Now I just need a battery pack. My allowance has been raised. Nice. Also, where's my... Okay, there we go. Lockpick kit. Okay, Okay, so we can go left or right. Let's go left. Terrace, maid's chamber, or nursery. Ooh. You have dead ends here. Do the nursery. Much as I want to do the terrace for the... I'm not too worried about the gem cost. But my steps are not actually, like, infinite right now. Parlor goes up, aquarium goes across. We'll go parlor up. There's a key there. Nice. Get some gems, and then this gets me better spot. Okay. The parlor puzzle is getting difficult now. It is going to be... You're getting tricky ones. So, statement with an odd number of words is always true. The gems are in the box with the most words. False statements have less than 6 words. That's not true. This box has gems. Okay, so what we know is that one box has to have only true statements, one box has to have only false statements, and one box can have mix, basically. So, this box has the most words. This box has the most words. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this one can't be only true. Because both of these have odd numbers of words. Both statements have odd numbers of words. That means both of these would be true, which would be in contradiction in and of itself. So this one can't be a totally true. This could be true and false, but it could be it can't be totally true. The top statement cannot be true. But this statement this one also can't be fully true either. Because the top one's true, the bottom one has to be false. So I think this is fully false. This one is true and false. No, it can't be, because then this would have to be fully true. Let's see, if this one's fully true, right? Then this one would be false and true. And this one would be fully false. Yeah, so that works. This one's fully false. This one's false and true. This one is fully true. Yeah. Oof, that was a rough one. Right. Cloister of Rinna is wonderful here. We'll do that. This gets us some dig spots. Allowance raised. Key to the secret garden. Coins. Something over there, basically. That's the... Nice, another key. Alright, that is the foundation there. Let's go east. Spare green room is interesting. It would raise our luck, but it would block us off from our room there. But do I really care? I don't think I do. We'll do that. That raises our luck. Go this way. We can do secret garden key, I think, here. Why not? Spare fruit in the house. Spread fruit in the house is what I meant to say. Just gonna do this one. If I feel like I need the other door, I can always come back. One single coin on the ground. Alright, just go up from here. Bedroom, guest bedroom, furnace. I don't want a furnace here. Bedroom, get our steps. I really want a battery pack. God, they're giving us money, huh? I really want a battery pack. I have the lever, I have the... I want to go back through the cloister. Hi, Nick. How are you? You made a spreadsheet last night to handle it on the math because of this game? Oh, no. Oh, no. Not the math spreadsheet. Alright, gift shop. Gift shop is nice, but like... I think I've already bought everything I can, huh? It does get me multiple doors, though. But the observatory gets me that way, too. Just do the observatory. Okay, that's extra flowers. That's everything's on sale, and that's a key. Lovely. Lovely, lovely. All I need to accomplish something today is a battery pack. Guess we'll do the gift shop here. It's not what I want, but I don't have keys, so we have to just go with what we've got. Okay, boudoir, wine cellar, or vault. Vault and boudoir gets us down one more notch, but everything means our only option from here is the gift shop or the bedroom. Just do the boudoir, I guess. Hi T, how you doing? Okay. Coin purse. Free gem. Oh my goodness, thank you for the on-screen celebration. Study aquarium. We'll do the study, I guess. I can redraw floor plans. That's actually really good. Coins. You're at the Trevor Project. Yay! Me too. I don't want to just sit here and input dates. I want to break this open and read all the books. Can I read all the books? Can I read that book? Yeah, we're hoping to raise a little bit for the Trevor Project and do a couple of harness streams as a thank you for everybody who participated. Door down there. I do. Okay. I have to go up through here, I guess. So I can go this way. We can redraw a few times, so that's good. Office goes up, which is really all I need right now. Still don't know what this note means. And I still don't know how to open this. There's 2 statues of him in here, 3 statues of him in here. Does that mean something? Can spread gold. But I'm not too worried about that. Let's just go up. I really, more than anything, I just want a battery pack somehow. I want a battery pack. Ew, weight room. What do you draw? Classroom gets me a door that way. Library gets me that way too. Oof. We're not getting much done today. Dinner is served. Okay, the Curse of Blackbridge. This is a new one. Now, we don't have a magnifying glass, which is sad. Let's see what we have here. Legend of Blackbridge is one that's well known to the people of the Grand Realm. For versions of this tale has been passed down from generation to generation, which with each new telling, the story has changed, becoming, over the years, more colorful, more verbose, and as one might expect, increasingly horrifying. However, with so many renditions and unique personal touches, the task of confining and binding this tale to the text seemed an ambitious and impossible challenge. Over the course of my research, I have heard dozens of variations of the legend, and while the details often change, I was surprised how much of the story's heart remained the same. Yet the more I listened, the clearer it became that there could never be a definitive version of this tale capable of capturing all the wonder and myth of Blackbridge. In the end, I chose to write down what felt most authentic, the story my grandmother told me as a boy, long ago. The Berry Picker from Oris, okay. I'm not going to read everything out loud. This is a lot. Boy of 13 years, Jesper, who had not been lucky in his life, having lost 2 brothers, huh? Got around a churchyard. A hidden cave at the bottom of Blackbridge Canyon. It was here that he met his surrogate family and saviors, the notorious gang of godless outlaws known as the Unholy Hounds. Assigned the innocent role of berry picker. A new grove, okay. A new grove of bushes. The red dots suspended among the leaves seemed as numerous as stars in the skies. He would not reveal the location of his newfound treasure. Instead, he would earn the respect of his confederates who, upon seeing his yield, might attribute the success to hard work. Okay. A carriage is approaching. An elegant carriage of gold trim came soaring around a corner of trees led by two beautiful white horses conveyed by a stern-looking driver seated atop the vehicle, flaunting the most sophisticated regalia Jesper had ever seen. It was a royal carriage, okay? You boy, get out from behind that bush. I was picking berries. And where's your home? It must be quite far. I've traveled much farther for much less profit. Okay. In my youth, but often perhaps I took it for granted because I never had to travel very far, and even then my father would always drive us here in our carriage. Dagger. I won't kill you if you give me no cause. I will admit, the thought of taking your carriage and leaving you the indignity of walking appeals to me. I have you no purse. There's a lockbox in the carriage. Totemic symbols. My item of artifacts from the old world and was presumably crafted in one of the ancient realms. I want a magnifying glass. There's no key to that box. You are cursed, boy, for deadly is the stone. You have opened that. Okay, a crude figure chiseled from stone. You're cursed, boy, for deadly is the stone. You've opened that which should never have been opened, and you are cursed. Gentle, why have you no purse? One pace. Agentor. Wonder what that means. 12 more and you will be dead. He only had a second to flinch before the effigy struck him in the head and put an end to his cryptic ramblings. Wish I had a magnifying glass. Two white horses and a carriage of golden trim were beside it, the answer to his immediate prayers. Seated now behind the horses, he reached for the reins and suddenly realized that he was still gripping the effigy. If the curse was real, then it would most certainly be better left here. Part 2, Below the Black Bridge. This is a long one. One person who had the cheek to awaken her in such ill-mannered fashion. Like a hero in a book. There's Blackbridge. In theory, right? There's a cavern beneath it. Girls could see both the concealed entrance of the cavern as well as a clear view of the bridge. Blackbridge was the link between the Gentry lands and the northern mountains. The overpass that connected Orris and Reddington. Many signs of the unholy hounds used in lieu of words, blah blah blah. Ravia shifted, placing her palms flat on the floorboards. Miller knew she was trying to say... The Blackguard. Horses were coming from below the bridge. They had made a mistake. Jeffrey Heartslasher. There's a name. There are no words. Okay, a dozen or so paces in front of the wreckage lay the far-flung driver, an arrow protruding from his broken body, and beside him a blood-stained effigy carved from stone. That is the symbol right there on the bottom right. The symbol of Orinda Ares. Oh, okay. Miller was inconsolable. Jesper had been her favorite. Yeah. Buried him in the darkness, back in one of the larger cavern rooms. The mysterious effigy they found beside him served as a distinguished gravestone. An hour later, the screams began. Blood-curdling cries of hopeless desperation. Captain Fodrick Lee of the Blackguard looked down at the ridge of the canyon to the collapsed entrance to the cave. Ah, now they speak. So, this seems mostly to be like just an interesting story, but it seems like there is something. The idea is that there's something buried under Blackbridge, and this is like a. I don't know. This is a hint of like a foreshadowing of something we're going to learn more about. I don't know. There's archives. But we'll do secret passage. Try to see if there's something. Could go to a hallway. We could go to a. Go to a hallway. The types of places that have. We'll do Great Hall here. I have enough keys. I want to see... I need a battery pack. That's my best possible hope right now of doing something new. You know, that's like... Really, that's my goal, is just doing something new. Okay, that's the door through. That's the door through. So this is the dead end closet. We'll do aquarium. Use a key here. I think this might be the... Yeah. That room. Gems, gems. An old can. My allowance has been raised. Coat check, servants' quarters, music room, huh? I have a watering can coat check, but that's not that helpful right now. I could coat check an item I might want to use, you know, for could do that. I could retrieve my watering can and I could check, for example, the broken lever. That way, if I happen to I don't think there's anything here. I think this is the dead end. Oh no, there it is. That's the one. Like, what's beeping at me? Okay. Walk-in closet. There's a chance that has a battery pack. Kind of a low chance, I think. But there's a chance it does. Let's redraw. Could freeze my accounts. Just have a good day tomorrow. Let's keep going. Security mail room. Just keep going. Maid's chamber it is. No battery pack. I do have across the way though. I forgot I could go through. The antechamber. That is useful. Oh god, the utility closet now might be useful. Or, you know, potentially would have been otherwise. Alright, well, I don't think we got anything done on this run. That's unfortunate. I don't really know that there's reason. I can still go and like I can still go to room 46, but like kind of why, you know? The only thing I wanted to do really was try to yeah, the RNG was just not loving me today. Fish. Oh, of course, all the fruit is in the... Yeah. Look at all the steps we have. Yeah, all I really wanted was the broken lever, or the battery pack. Okay. Well, let's toss a coin in the fountain. Again, we can still go to room 46. We got there. So like we can still do that, but we didn't make any like permanent progress today. Which is a little rough. So I think we have 5 of these open. Just to have done it again. Four. I thought we had 5 of them opened. But we had 4 of them opened. And we've solved the first 2. But we have not solved this one. And we have not solved this one. I still need a magnifying glass almost more than anything else. Just for finding clues, learning details. I could have, looked at that book a little more closely. But that's not it. I don't think there's anything like... Yeah, we've already done all that. I'd be willing to bet $1 million that there's actually like more stuff hidden here in the basement than we realize. But today it just doesn't feel like the RNG was giving me... It was giving me like pieces of things I need. But it wasn't giving me any like... It wasn't giving me the final pieces I need. It wasn't giving me the combos. I'm like, okay, I need patio plus archives. I need boiler room plus kitchen, or aquarium plus kitchen, because aquarium is also a power source for me. Or I need pretty sure there's nothing else I can buy here, right? Yeah. Oh, cursed coffers. Hang on. Permanent addition to the shrine. None would dare to open it. Okay, well, we did something. We did something. No matter what else happens, it's something I need to go through the office. Through the secret garden, through the office. Okay, so we did do something. Since we read the Curse of the Blackbridge, apparently, something happened. That's a coat check. Maid's chambers. Room 46. All right. Let's call it a day. Garden Jigsaw House of Prayers. I think I may have gotten that before. Rooms, 122 steps taken, 11 items found. Yeah. All right, we're going to take a quick break right here. We'll be back and we'll try again for some more combos.